Good evening, I'm Matthew McConaughey, and this is the Graham Norton Show. Hey, what a week we've had, ladies and gentlemen. Theresa May unveiled her plans for Brexit. Oh, she's been working night and day on them, which is presumably why she's still in her pyjamas. She looks great. My Brexit, it's hard. Now, you like your hard Brexit? Do you like it? Who came up with that phrase? It's awful, isn't it? I'll show you a hard Brexit. Of course, the big news is that this afternoon, Donald Trump officially became US president. Insert noise here. Yes, in a not star-studded ceremony, the Donald swore his oath of allegiance. The rest of the world just swore. What now? During the inauguration, Trump was positioned behind bulletproof glass, you know, in case he lost his temper and shot some Mexicans. The ceremony went well, but there was one awkward moment when a female guest was bursting for the toilet and asked Trump where she could go for a wee. Hey, let's get to this on! He's one of Britain's favourite stand-ups and star of his own sitcom. Please welcome Devon's finest, Josh Widdicombe! Hello, sir. Hi. How are you? Just treat. I've got a little seat there. Oh, did you treat? I didn't see it. She's done the impossible of going from child star in the Addams Family to one of Hollywood's most successful and quirky actresses. Please welcome the lovely Christina Ricci! Woo! Oh, I didn't notice all of that. That's fantastic. Beautiful. Hello. Come in. Sit down, Christina Ricci. He's one of our most successful British singer-songwriters, and after a year out of the spotlight, he's back. It's only the fabulous Ed Sheeran! They're happy to see you. Come in, sit down. Ed Sheeran. And this actor went from rom-com king to bona fide Oscar-winning movie star, and now he's struck gold in his latest crime adventure. Please welcome Mr. Matthew McConaughey. Hey. Hello, sir. Lovely to see you. Have a seat. Have a seat, too. Woo. That was good, wasn't it? That was nice. That was nice, yeah. And this is like a very mixed look. Sometimes the show looks like everyone's just going to a showbiz funeral. Tonight, it's very mixed.
Thank you very much.
Well, I've never seen you look that smart before in your life.
No, I thought I'd make an effort, because last time I was on here was the month before I was voted GQ's second worst dressed man in the world.
I was voted worst dressed.
You were
2012 worst dressed.
Yeah. Were you?
Wow.
Yeah. Do you know what they described me? Because they do a little feature and they had a picture of me. They described my look as an update on Bilbo Baggins. He's not he's not a historical figure.
And Ed Sheeran, lovely to have you back in the world, blinking into the lights after your year away. And what are you singing for us tonight?
Castle on the Hill.
Beautiful. Oh. It's a hit. It's a hit.
Song about Suffolk.
There aren't enough songs about Suffolk.
I think that's the only one. Yeah.
And Matthew McConaughey, congratulations on your new movie Gold. We'll talk about it more in a bit. But I saw a clip. You were accepting an award for Gold, and there was a really funny audience reaction. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I do.
So you get up there, you get the prize.
Yeah. And as I like to open up, usually I start off with all right of some sort, or all right, of three sorts. First three words ever said on film, and I don't think about it, but I think this night I just said, all right, so, and everyone goes, ah! Yeah.
So you can't say one all right, you've got to do three.
If it starts with the one, I've got to add the other two, yeah.
The audience demands it.
Is it like Beetlejuice? It appears if you say the third.
Something nice happens, yeah. All right.
Christina Ricci, I don't know, you are sitting in a particular sandwich on our couch tonight. Mm-hmm. Yes, you are, because, Josh, you have you been mistaken?
No, I have been mistaken. What, for Matthew McConaughey? All
Yes,
the time?
yes.
Oh, the amount of photos I've taken as you, it's unbelievable.
You don't understand how many times they thought I was you.
They've come up to you, gone, who are you? I've built a career of being mistaken for Ed Sheeran. I've had it quite a few times.
Did you get laid?
You what?
Did you get laid? I'm just wondering. I meet ginger people all the time that are like, thanks.
Yes.
So I get...
That's a little awkward now, Josh, isn't it?
So I'm now the only Ed Sheeran that's not getting laid. I've got the worst of both worlds.
I'm literally just talking about this with Christina backstage because there is a kid who his job is like people employ him to when they can't get me for stuff they employ him to look like.
Is this guy? Is it?
Yeah.
Now you've met him. You've met him.
Mate, that's not cool. I don't think
I thought that was like a doctored picture of you.
What, really? When I filmed the Bridget Jones film, I could only do 1 day instead of 2, so they cast him for the 2nd day. And
no!
He actually cops off with Bridget's mate in it. Oh, good.
Wow!
So, again, getting people laid, it's working.
No, but actually, you have done a great job, because so many people post pictures, particularly quite beautiful women post pictures, thinking that they've met you. And sometimes, like...
It's always just a fat dude who looks a bit drunk that's kind of like that.
I didn't want to say that, but you're right. I mean, some of these are quite ropey. Met Ed Sheeran last night. How happy does he look?
I'll tell you what. He is definitely getting laid. I've never had any of that excitement. I went to watch England at the European Championships, and I heard people around me whispering, going, there he is, there he is. I thought, here we go. And then the whole of the England contingent stood up and started shouting and pointing at me, you're just a Ed Sheeran.
I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
But talking pictures on the internet, Christina Ricci, you found a real niche for yourself. Just tell us about... Is it called Ricci-ing?
Yeah, it's reaching, but I like to call it I can fit in that.
That's the hashtag.
That's
I can fit
series. The series is the I can fit in that series.
So,
photos.
And you put them on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I think we've got some of the pictures of... before we show them, how did this happen?
I just have always really liked to try to fit into small things. And I have a 2-year-old, and without me doing anything, he likes to get into small things also. So it must be genetic.
Did this start before you were born?
So here you are. This is... I don't know whether
it was a thinker, that one, wasn't it? It was
That's it on that.
here you are. This is you. Now, I hope your 2-year-old... Is that a dryer or a washer?
I did get all the way in either the washer or the dryer.
Okay.
It was like on top of each other. I don't remember which one I was on.
You know, you can just take your clothes off and put it in.
I like a challenge.
Yeah, on the go. What else have you got in? You've got in... Is that your sink?
The sink.
That was my sink, yes.
And you just thought, I can fit in that.
That's what I thought, yes.
And you could.
There's the fridge one, too, which is pretty good.
We've got the fridge.
Oh, good. Yeah. That was a challenge. That was a real hard one to get into.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because look, see how my leg doesn't really fit?
I guess, yeah, but you actually... It looks more capacious. See, we were looking around the studio. There's nothing really you can fit in here.
Are you sure?
Could you fit in that fruit bowl hole?
I mean, yeah.
Oh, could you? Oh, let's see.
Should we get rid of the fruit?
Okay, we'll get...
We get rid of the fruit. No, leave it.
Okay. Get rid of the fruit. Can she get in?
I mean, I can get in, but not my entire body.
No, clearly. You're...
Focus.
Oh, my God, that is... Look at that.
Whoa.
Oh,
So if it was just a tube, I'd be able to do it.
that is... Ladies and gentlemen, she's in a fruit bowl.
I don't flash anyone or lose a shoe.
That is a first. We've never had a guest in the fruit bowl before. Well done. Well
It would
done.
be very disappointing if you'd said, we do that every week.
Right. let's start out with Gold, Matthew McConaughey's film, which opens on the 3rd of February. And this is an extraordinary story. Yeah. It's one of those stories, it could only sort of be based on a true story, because there's so many twists and turns and things you don't see coming. Was it a huge story in the States? Because I don't remember reading about this story.
He was Canadian, and it was a huge story in the States because hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars were invested by New York bankers and their clients. And if you go see the film, you see a lot of that money was lost. Almost all that money was lost. So it was a huge story. This guy, his original name was David Walsh, I play him as Kenny Wells, literally had a dream. He's a prospector. Literally had a dream that he knew where the gold was in Indonesia. Hawked a watch, bought a one-way ticket to Indonesia, found the guy who could help him find the gold, talked him into saying, we're going to find it, we're going to prove them all wrong, worked up a bunch of money, and off they went, and they found the gold. Biggest gold strike of that entire 30-year period. And then the question is, was there any gold or not? As we know, people like to buy into a story, and a lot of people bought into this story and put in a lot of money.
I didn't know it was a true story, but kind of halfway through, I kind of thought this has to be a true story because it just all the crazy stuff. Per usual,
anything that's that crazy on screen or some story told, usually the truth trumps it, and you find out it was true.
Yeah. And to prepare for this, because often actors go through kind of hell to prepare for roles, it sounded like it was quite fun preparing for this.
Yes. Well, I've had roles where I lost a lot of weight, and this one I got to gain a lot of weight, and the gaining is a whole lot more fun.
Can't fit in a fruit bowl, though, can you?
No, not even one of my butt cheeks.
But it's interesting, like, so your family just thought you were like a different person.
Well, for 6 months, I said, I've got a rule, McConaughey, to get ready for this role. You have to say yes to whatever desire you want, 24/7. Eat, drink, what have you. And if you second-guess yourself, you must have double. So I was a real yes man. Pizza night instead of Friday night was Tuesday morning. If you wanted to go bowling at midnight on a school night, that's a great idea too, kids. Let's go. So I really relaxed on the rules, and cheeseburgers and beer for breakfast were a great idea.
So how hard was it to kind of go, oh, film's over?
I didn't think about it until we got there. And then when I did get there, I did notice that a few things that I thought were renting that were actually there to own. And I noticed that it had really set in, and I did have a few moments where I was looking in the mirror going, this may be it, buddy. This may be your profile.
It's nice that that's finally happened, though, because I'm sure there are so many men around the world who look at you like Rips in all the films being like, oh, God, inhuman, how does he do that? And now you're the same. It's fine.
It was fun. My family kind of misses me being a fat ass.
Oh, your kids at 11:30 at night going, can we go bowling? No way.
I got so strict. No, my nickname in the family was Captain Fun. The whole 6 months. It was like, another pizza? Yes.
But
milkshakes for breakfast, great idea.
So did your kids get fat as well?
No, they didn't. No, I mean, the whole family probably put on a little extra luggage, but I mean, I was fat and happy. It was
I read reading into talking about how when you read the script, you knew this man.
I knew it right away from the inside out.
But kind of through your dad.
Yeah, through my dad. My dad was a pipe and oil salesman, which means he was peddling pipe, meaning you're on the phone, pay phones, in the bar, before cell phones. And he would take me around the country. We'd hop in his car and we'd go office to office to people that owed him money. And bringing his 12-year-old son would shame a lot of them into paying him, right? And he also loved a shady deal. He would always say this, God damn, buddy, I'd rather do a shady deal with some fun people than a great deal with a bunch of straight asses. That's Kenny Wells.
I just want one story about your dad. The bet involving your brother. Do you know the story I mean?
The bicycle?
Yeah, the motorcycle.
Motorbike?
The motorcycle.
Oh, yeah. Another way, my dad did great business.
Our upbringings are so similar. It's like
Are you getting laid? I'm trying.
Every time I come on this show, I get abused by Hollywood stars.
Check this out. So
this is a great...
I'm going to sit back and enjoy.
Yeah, this is a great story. This is a great story.
So, my dad's at a ranch one time with his friends, and they've been deer hunting all day, and it's late at night. They're sitting out in the barn drinking and stuff, and so all of a sudden the subject comes up of how high everybody can pee, you know? How high on the wall, right? And he's got this buddy named Jim who's about 6'6", and they're playing cards, looking around, and my dad sees this old BMX bike, and we couldn't afford a BMX bike. Now, my middle brother had been wanting a BMX motorcycle, but we couldn't afford it. There's this old CRX 80 over there. And Dad says, well, you know, Jim, my son, he could pee over your head on the wall. And he goes, oh, there's no way he can do that. And he goes, yeah, he can. I'll bet you. I'll bet the motorbike on it. And the guy goes, oh, there's no way. I'm 6'6". Pop gets in the car, drives an hour and a half back into town, wakes my 12-year-old brother up in his tidy whities, gets him out of bed. What do you got to do when you get woken up in the middle of the night as a kid? You got to pee, right? My dad says, no, you're not going to pee. Actually, get in the car with me. Water. Get in the car. No, have a sip on this beer because we're about to go get yourself a motorcycle, buddy. So Pat's sitting there in his tidy whities. They ride an hour and a half back, get back at 4 in the morning, and brings my brother into the barn. They put Jim up against the wall. Jim marks the mark at 6'6", and my dad says, go ahead, boy. By a foot. Put the CRX 100 in the back of the truck, got home, my brother's first motorcycle.
We love your baller.
Yeah, me too.
Because, Ed, you did a mad thing, because you didn't have a deprived childhood, but when you made money... but when you made only
at 3 feet.
No, but when you made money, you bought certain things, didn't you? Stuff that you were denied as a child.
Yeah.
Like, what did you buy?
Well, I wasn't denied. No, any good parent will know. Any parent in here, if a kid wants a Lego set, you get them the small one. You don't get them the big one that's like 359 quid. So when my album went to #1, I was passing the Lego store, and I saw the big Death Star, and I went, do you know what? It's time. Went in and bought, but I'm just a big kid now. It isn't just that. It's like I went to go and buy my goddaughter a Ninja Turtle toy for her birthday, and then I was in the Ninja Turtle section, and there was this huge Ninja Turtle truck, and then I was looking at the small toy I got for her in the big truck, and I was like, oh, I'm getting that for me. I have like loads and loads.
Are you like the kid from Big?
Yeah, no, I have a load of child stuff in my house. Yeah, like there's a room full of teddy bears. This is such an embarrassing interview.
That you didn't have when you were a kid?
Not that I didn't have, just I wanted to.
And out of us two, you're the one that's getting laid.
Teddy bears.
Let's hope those teddy bears don't have anything to do with
Teddy
it.
bears was the key.
Actually, I remember I once went on a date and brought a Lego set and made the Lego set and then left.
What?
Hey.
Wow.
That's going deep, man. That's strong moves.
So what was she doing? She was eating her dinner, and you were constructing
we were just chatting, just catching up. We were just chatting, and I was like, she's definitely going to be watching this, being like, yep, definitely happened.
Wow. What did you make?
Pirates of the Caribbean pirate ship.
Yeah, he's not a loser.
I hope you gave it to her as a gift at the end.
No, it's okay.
Because Josh, your parents, they did buy you things.
They did. I grew up in Devon. It was a bit similar, and so it was like a kind of middle of nowhere. Like there was 4 kids in my year at school. I grew up in the middle of nowhere, and all right. And, so my parents tried to kind of make stuff educational and stuff. So I don't know what bed you had when you were a child. I imagine now your bed is bizarre, Ed. I imagine you sleep on a bouncy castle or something now.
It's pretty regular.
One of those race car beds.
That's what I saw.
No, it's like one of those. Like, it's sunk into the ground. It's like proper comfy. You can roll over onto the floor.
Oh, like a trampoline.
Yeah, but you don't want to roll over too much because you don't want to lie on the Lego. That's very painful.
No,
I had a bed when I was a kid.
Stuffed pandas in my room. Stuffed pandas too.
I don't know what's true anymore.
Believe everything.
My bed when I was a kid, my parents bought me this thing called a cabin bed. I don't know if you're... So this was like a bunk bed, the height of a bunk bed, but below it, instead of another bed, I had a desk. Basically, my parents made the kind of executive decision that I was more likely to write a letter than have a friend. Kids go around, can I stay over? No, but you can catch up on your admin.
Listen, Christina Ricci, you brought us a brand new Amazon Prime video. It's a new world, ladies and gentlemen. Z. Do you say Z?
I say Z, but you can say Z.
Thank you. Z, the beginning of everything, and it starts streaming on Amazon Prime next Friday. And it tells the story of Zelda Fitzgerald and F. Scott Fitzgerald, who obviously wrote Great Gatsby and lots of other things. Now, I know the name Zelda Fitzgerald, but why do we know her name? Why has she kind of continued to be famous through history?
Well, I mean, she was sort of the very outrageous wife of Scott Fitzgerald, and the misconception about her, I don't know if you... Like, in America, the whole thing is that she's this crazy alcoholic woman who ruined Scott Fitzgerald. And, of course, the truth is a little bit more complicated than that. So this is the story of their marriage from her point of view.
And so is it the stuff true where F. Scott Fitzgerald would lift bits of her writing and use
Yeah, right out of her letters and out of her journal. And so when she wanted to publish her own writing, she was not allowed to publish very much because he felt you'd be able to tell that a lot of his writings was hers.
I mean, that's nuts, isn't it?
Isn't it nuts, a little bit?
Yeah. And for you, is this your first television thing?
It's my first one that I sort of produced and started and...
Because for an actress, the whole thing must be so different from being in a movie where you're gauging a performance over an hour and a half or 2 hours, and suddenly you've got this performance that's going to arc over, you know, several hours.
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's very different. But I think one thing that's really nice about doing a series that's of like a bio series is that you really get to live with the person. So the evolution can actually take what feels like more of a natural amount of time.
Is there enough material to kind of go on, do loads of seasons?
Yeah. I mean, they had this really intense and crazy love affair, very dysfunctional and chaotic, and they were kind of the first like really famous celebrity couple who were like she was just famous for being his wife, really, because she had all these talents, but she wasn't really able to explore them. So it's pretty fascinating.
This can't be true. This is your first romantic lead.
It kind of is. Yeah, like my first like straight dramatic romantic lead.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good on you.
Thanks.
And it's also, ladies and gentlemen, people may not be aware, it's your first use of a merkin.
Oh, yeah.
Now, for people who aren't familiar with what a merkin is, do explain, Christina.
Well, a merkin is a
Someone
wig.
on the couch, I think, knows what a merkin is.
A merkin is a wig for your nether regions.
It's a wig for your nether regions. Oh. Nicely described. But now, I know that body hair was perhaps different in kind of the time that your show is set, but you posted a picture of the merkin, and I have to say, it was bigger than I was anticipating.
You could barely fit that in a fruit bowl.
I mean, you must have looked like you were wearing grass skirt.
It was big.
That is an enormous merkin.
It was pretty big.
If you don't mind me saying. Did they trim it to size?
We trimmed it down a lot, yeah. But what's interesting is that last time I was here, I had a period film.
So open. Let's just talk. Let's just talk.
And then we'll all do our period anecdotes. And then we...
But because I was doing Bellamy and I had to have full armpit hair.
Yes, he was making you grow them out.
Yes, and then you guys kept trying to get me to do cartwheels and raise my arms and stuff.
And you refused.
I refused.
Because you're a lady.
Right.
Meanwhile...
I will only still merkin.
Actually, talking of merkin, Ed, you sort of have a story about this. Because, you know... Well, you know the actor Richard Madden, don't you?
Yeah,
very well. Last time he was on the show, he told a story
he told
about
this,
a singer, and it was the singer...
You don't wear one, do you?
No, I get given a lot of cakes by fans, and I used to eat all the cakes, and one time I cut into it and there was a load of hair in it.
So it was somebody who, like,
yeah, I
you,
imagine she wanted to be like, I'm inside you. Right.
Oh, it's like a fatal attraction
it was a
type
Did you write a
of
song
thing.
about that?
No, I did not write a song about that. There was a massive clump. It just kind of came out like...
Because if people... I'm not suggesting anybody does.
That's like a hair pie,
if people
right?
make something for you, and said, would it ever get to you, or is there kind of a firewall before it reaches you?
I wish there was more firewalls sometimes. But yeah, there's a lot of interesting things that still show up in my mailbox.
Wow. But do you open everything? Sorry, don't answer that.
No. I'll tell you what I do is some of it I open, but I don't return any of it. I don't return any of it. If you return one and I just got this feeling someone's going to go, yeah, look, he sent me back this letter because I sent it to, and I just got a feeling that that's going to spread, and I'm going to be getting a whole lot more mail, and I don't want to.
Ringo Starr, because Ringo Starr replied to everything, and then one day was just like, I can't anymore, and just stopped all of it.
Yeah.
So he replied for like 40 years to everything.
I had that when I got a fan letter.
You've opened the floodgates now.
I've opened the floodgates. And that second one...
But what, you have been sent some odd things.
I've been sent some weird things. I got sent a picture of a ginger family. And I've got no idea who they were.
That was my Christmas card.
But now the face seems familiar. No, it's very weird. I still don't know. It felt like someone was trying to tell me I was adopted. It was very...
Now, Josh Widdicombe, very busy man. He's got a new DVD out now, What Do I Do Now, that's your last tour, right?
That's last tour.
Yeah. Your sitcom, Josh, has just been recommissioned.
Yes,
Congratulations.
writing a third series now.
Are you in the middle of that now?
Yes. But it's fine. I'm normally in it, but I'm just going to cast that guy that looks like Ed Sheeran.
And very exciting, next Friday, the last leg is back.
Yes.
Channel 4 at 10 p.m. Now, I have to say, last year, what a gift for doing a topical...
It was great, wasn't it?
The show.
Yeah, great to do a topical show when the world is going to... Everyone's going to die, but we're going to get good ratings.
Well, you did the Rio Olympics as well, which is a good thing.
The Rio Paralympics were great. Went to Paralympics, and then we had, obviously, Trump, which was interesting. And we thought he won't get elected. And he did.
But then, of course, we had Brexit, and I remember... sitting in front of the television and see Jeremy Corbyn on your show. How did that happen?
So Jeremy Corbyn is he's kind of our Bernie Sanders, I suppose, kind of figure, and he came a blast from the past, isn't it? Great reference. So I think we just asked him to come on, and he genuinely turned up for the show, and he'd never seen it. So he didn't know who I was. I was like, I'm Josh, and he was like, all right, thinking I was just some bloke. I was like, I'm on the show, and he was like, all right, OK. And then I think he'd been told he was going on like a Friday night chat show. I think he thought he was going on this. He had his anecdote for the red chair. He was ready to go.
I feel like if you want to be the leader of the country, it's not that astute to go on a show you've never seen.
No, it's a bit worrying.
Yes.
You imagine that if he was the leader of the country and he'd meet the President of America and he'd go, I've got no idea who you are. And then, the weirdest thing was, I've never said this before, but I was on a train the week after, and he sat down in a seat, and he sat down opposite me, and he didn't recognise me. I was like, you're right, and he went, yep.
Well, he was very busy. He was very busy.
Yeah. And then he turned to me and he said, are you getting laid? I was like, what are you talking about?
Very quickly, talking of unlikely encounters, because this was all in the papers, because your little...
Oh, no, mate, come on.
Well, just because what we read in the papers...
I got cut up.
Yeah.
I got cut up.
So this was the... Was it...
You think rugged, right?
I see that. I can't wait to hear about.
So was it Beatrice or Eugenie?
Mate, I can't talk about it.
Oh, can you not talk about it? Oh, no, OK, sorry, I'll shut up.
Was it a hat accident?
It was James Blunt. It was James Blunt trying to get his pop career back.
He tried to kill you. How did it end up in the papers?
I don't know. There wasn't a lot of people there that night.
Well, I have no idea.
Yeah, I really was.
You can't tell the story.
I can't tell the story. You can say allegedly what happened.
OK, allegedly, one of the princesses, Eugenie or Beatrice,
James Blunt.
one of them, and James Blunt and Ed Sheeran were in a room, presumably in a palace, and James Blunt allegedly wanted to be knighted. Is that a euphemism? And so one of the princesses found a handy sword to knight him. Did you not read this in the papers?
Well, I didn't know James Blunt was involved. Up to that point...
Anyway, there was a bit of sword play and Ed Sheeran got cut in the face. Is that right?
No. Do you know what? I have no idea how that story came out. I have no idea, because, like, it was so tight. And like for like 2 weeks afterwards, I had this huge gash on my face, and people would be like, "Oh, what happened?" You'd be like, "Oh, I fell." And then suddenly it came out. The alleged.
No. We'll stop.
Oh, God.
Very quickly, before we move on, Matthew, we must mention another... This is a huge movie, Sing.
Yes.
It's already been a huge hit in America. Previewing this weekend, opens nationwide next Friday. And it's an animated film, so presumably... Was this genuinely something that you're... Was it so your kids could go and see a film with Captain Fun?
Partially, yeah. I mean, look, I had... I think my kids were tired of answering the question, not being able to answer the question. They said, what's your favourite film your dad's made? And I'm like, we haven't been able to see any. And I look back at my last 10 years, and I haven't made anything my kids can see. It's not a good idea to sit them in front of a lot of anything I've made in the last 10 years yet. If you're a parent, you know, that opens up a lot of discussion. So, yeah, I said, you know what, I want to make something that they can watch. And so we went and did Sing. Loved it.
And so you play a koala,
Yes.
Buster Moon.
Buster Moon. Looks just like me.
When you were doing press for this in Australia, I mean, people weren't upset, but they must have been disappointed.
There was a bit of chippiness about going,
oh.
that is our national animal, and you should be talking like an Australian instead of like you did in the film. I'm like, no, I lived there for a year. I didn't take it that literally. I know it's a koala. I've seen them. They're not that fun. They sit in the tree, and everyone goes, how cute. Other than that,
Do you
as far as I know about
they're all
koalas...
born with chlamydia?
And apparently they're really nasty.
All koalas are born with chlamydia.
All koalas have chlamydia, yeah.
Lesson learned the hard way there, I imagine.
It did make me wonder how it became a human disease.
I mean, if that's how you're getting laid, I'm not interested.
Hence the stuffed pandas.
I dug myself a hole there.
But actually, were you in Australia for a year?
I lived in Australia for years as an exchange student, 2 weeks out of high school.
Because is that unusual? Because I think a lot of British people go there, and a lot of Australians come here, but that's unusual for an American, isn't it?
I think so. I mean, look, a lot of not enough Americans even have a passport. It's a sly joke. You know what I mean, though? And where I was from, where I was raised, a lot of us didn't have passports. Anyway, it was my mother's idea, because me, like every other 18-year-old, I could say maybe I want to be this, but I didn't know what the hell I wanted to be. You know, so my mom said, well, you love to travel. Why don't you go off to Australia as an exchange student? I was like, great idea. And I went for the year. And worked 11 different odd jobs.
But they must remember you.
They do. Every time I do Australian press, a certain family, the first family I lived with, the Crockers, whoever's doing the interview says, we've got a surprise for you, mate. And in steps Raymond or Eileen or David or someone, and they go, hey, how you going? You going all right? I say, yeah, do it.
Because Ed Sheeran, you now went on your gap year, I guess. It was kind of a gap year.
Yeah.
Did you know how long it was going to be when you went on it? Because what did you do? So you came off social media.
I got rid of my phone completely. Still don't have a phone. Should try it. It's
Well played, man.
It's decent.
Way to sober up on that, huh?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. No, it's good. I bought an iPad, and now I just do emails.
Okay.
So I got rid of my phone completely, and then was like, I want to go to the countries where I'd been to and toured and only seen a dressing room, a venue, and a bar. And then, so Australia was one of those. Like, I'd never been to the Sydney Opera House or like gone to Barrier Reef properly, or even like Gold Coast or anything. So I rented a Mini and drove up the coast. And then I did like New Zealand and then Japan for like 2 months. Iceland, which is great. Everyone should go to Iceland.
Yep.
And there was a lot of death wish, I feel, in your trip.
Iceland was the death wish. I put my foot in a boiling geyser up a volcano. I was walking up on my 25th birthday, and I went to Iceland to see the Northern Lights, and I went up to the top of the volcano, and we were kind of walking around, and they were like, right, don't go off the path because it's dangerous. And I was like, okay. Didn't really clock it, and then I saw a little pool of water that was kind of bubbling, and I was like, that's quite cool, volcano bubbling. Walked over, they were like, don't walk over there. I was like, why? And slipped, the ground collapsed.
Oh, that's
and
so scary.
I don't know if you've ever had an experience where you felt like you're going to die, but it literally like went slow motion. I was like, right, that's it. I was wearing steel-cap Timberland boots, so it slipped in, and I kind of fell on the side and pulled it out, and I just felt melting, and I was like, oh my God, screaming. And they were like, don't take it off, and I was like, why? And I took my sock off, and all the skin came with it. Okay, so even worse.
That's not the end of the story. Even worse.
I get helicoptered out and they put a skin graft on it because there's literally no skin, and I'm kind of like shaking like this in bed, like trying to get to bed, but I'm kind of like real and like in bed, and then I just pass out, and then I wake up to the tannoy of the hotel being like, right, there it is, folks, the greatest sighting of the Northern Lights in the last 20 years. That won't be happening again for a while.
I was hoping the announcement was, there it is, folks, Ed Sheeran with the bird foot.
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad, but it's yeah, I couldn't.
Is it all right now?
Is there scarring?
Yeah, it just kind of looks like that.
Take your word for it. You're good. You're good.
So you checked out for a year and did?
Yeah, took a whole year off.
Because?
I don't know. I kind of
This turned into a job interview?
Because I kind of got to the end of a 5-year tour and literally had everything to show for it professionally and nothing to show for it personally.
Fair play.
I kind of like
Yeah.
I had all these kind of accolades and plaques, and I was kind of like, wow, everything's good, and everyone's like, oh, so what are you up to when you get back home? And I was like, no idea. Like I don't know. And they were like, how was Australia? I was like, well, I could tell you about this bar or like the plane, and I'm sure you've got that. So yeah.
That's because I've taken a bunch of trips where I needed to go, 1, let memory catch up with me, 2, check in with just me, go to places where you're anonymous, where you're not, you know, we live in a world of mirrors.
Very many places with you, right? That you're
there's a few in Africa I've found. But I mean, yeah, I know what you mean.
Japan was the one for me. Like, I literally looked at a sales list of where I'd sold albums, and Japan was like, I was like, I'm going there.
There we go.
Listen, I tell you, you're going to sing for us, and this is extraordinary. You are #1 around the globe right now, in America, Australia, everywhere. Thank you. And is this the only country where you're #1 and #2?
No, I'm #1 and #2 in every country. Apart from America, I'm #1 and 6 because it works differently there with radio.
What, the numbers are in a different order?
No, basically,
It's a new era.
America.
1, 6, 3, 4, 2, 7.
America's the only country in the world where it isn't just sales; it's radio and like loads of other. So it's harder to get.
And is the 1 and 2 order the same around the world, or does it flip?
Yeah, but I'm hoping after this show we flip them.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping 2 will go to 1.
Okay, so this is you're giving us your #2 tonight. Your stage awaits. Right. Over goes Ed Sheeran. Very good. Okay, here we go. Performing Castle on the Hill. It is Mr. Ed Sheeran. Great job. Come back and join us. That was fantastic. Thank you so much. It was beautiful. Have a quick seat there. A hero's return. Thanks. Congratulations. Thank you. Have a seat, dude. Sit. Just bunch up there. Very good. And, of course, the album. Everyone's very excited. The album comes out, Divide, March 3rd.
March 3rd. 3rd album, 3rd month, 3rd day.
Oh, I've got a vinyl.
Clever.
I do. Check that out.
No, we haven't even made it yet, but we made that specially for you. Look at it. It's not real.
Oh. Hence more valuable. All right, it's nearly time to go, but we've just got time to go for the visit to the big red chair. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, what's your name?
James.
James, lovely James. And what do you do?
I'm a civil servant.
A civil servant, lovely. In London here?
Yes, in London.
And are you from the London area?
No, I live in London, but I'm originally from Suffolk.
Oh.
Yeah, mate.
It's a Suffolk massive. Is he mentioned in the song?
Probably, yeah. What school did you go to?
So, I went to Brandeston.
Oh, sweet, yeah. I went to primary school.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did we know each other?
Yeah.
Did we? I'm not wearing my glasses.
Have a look.
I'm not wearing my glasses.
What did you say, James?
Hello, yeah.
James.
Yes.
Me?
That's the one.
What the
Do you
He
know
was
him?
my best mate growing up.
You're kidding!
My best mate growing up.
And and now you're talking to him on a monitor.
I'm not wearing my specs, and he's like,
oh my God!
Hell, can we not flip him and just get him out here? And
Yeah.
put him on the couch?
Do you have a story, or do you?
Well, yeah, I did, but it's up to
Please
you.
let it be about Ed.
It is about Ed.
All right.
Okay, tell your story, then we'll flip you, and then.
Sit with you.
Okay, tell the story. Tell the story.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, as Ed was
This
saying...
is
when we
so
were...
random, mate.
Yeah, I know, it's really weird. Yeah, when we were younger, Ed used to come round to my house, and yeah, like you're saying, we used to be quite good mates. And I remember one time he was coming around for tea, and I'd forgotten to tell Mum who was a vegetarian, at that point anyway. And so Mum cooked, I think, sausage and mash for tea. And Ed said, you know, after the meal, these are the best sausages I've ever tasted. You know, where did you get them from? And Mum had to lie because she had no clue. And so, yeah, 16 years later, I'm really sorry.
First time I ever had meat, and also the first time I ever watched a Simpsons episode was around your house as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, well done. We're going to flip you now, and then
come in.
we can be reunited backstage. Okay.
But no, put him on the couch.
Oh, okay. There he goes. Bring him on. Who wants to meet him? I feel like Cilla Black on Surprise, Surprise. There he is. Come on.
Were you just here randomly?
I don't know, some guy emailed.
Have a seat, do. Sit down. That's James, and listen, that's all we've got time for. They're reunited. It's beautiful. Well done, everyone. And also, if you'd like to join us on the show and have a go on the red chair, you can. The address is down there. But that is it. Please, a huge thank you to my guest, Ed Sheeran, and his mate, James. Josh Widdicombe. Christina Ricci. And Matthew McConaughey. Join me next week with musical guest Izzy Bazoo and a train spotting special. Actors Johnny Lee Miller, Ewan Bremner, Robert Carlyle, and Ewan McGregor, plus Oscar-winning director Danny Boyle. Be a good one. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody. Bye.